Lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're starting for the first time, my name is Isholona and I'm also known as a makeup therapist, and I create content on faith, on makeup, on nursing, as well as health. So if this is the kind of content you're looking for, please do not forget to subscribe, to like, and also share my videos. Join the family. We talk about very important and juicy stuff here. Now in today's video, I am going to be creating a beginners friendly makeup look. Now everything you need to know about starting out your makeup for the first time, so you don't have to necessarily pay someone to get your makeup done for you. You can stay in the comfort of your house as well as do your makeup by yourself and still get to look the way you would love to look without having those harsh look or horrible makeup look. So I'm going to teach you all you need to know. So first off, I'm going to start by showing us all the items we need to have in order for us to achieve that beginners friendly look. Now when I mean a beginners friendly look, I'm talking about a look that is not loud shouty, but you just have makeup on your face. You want to look presentable, just different from carrying a bare face out. Now first off, in getting any makeup done, the eyebrows are very important. So you need your razor blade. You also need your eyebrow pencils as well as your spoolie brush. Now this spoolie brush is actually optional, but I would actually advise that you get a spoolie brush. Now this is what I mean by a spoolie brush, having this kind of hair. So you need your spoolie brush, you need your eyebrow pencil. Now in getting an eyebrow pencil, you don't need a brow pencil that is expensive. Eyebrow pencil of 200 naira, if at all this eyebrow pencil of 100 naira, just any eyebrow pencil, it can come in handy, it can work for you. So you get the color that is suitable for your complexion. Also, in getting your eyebrow down, you need your concealer. Actually, you normally need 2 shades of concealer for your eyebrows, and I'm going to show you the essence of having 2 different shades of concealer as we go along this video. Another item that you need is your eye pencil rather. You need your eye pencil for your waterline. It's also very important. I would advise a dark eye pencil. Also, you might need your lashes. Now these are my lashes. You might actually need your lashes, but it's not compulsory. There are people that do not like fixing artificial lashes, so if you do not like that, then you can skip that step. But if you do like lashes, then you can get yourself some lashes. And if you need lashes, definitely we need lash glue. Very important. You can get the black or the clear lash glue, anyone that's comfortable for you. You can get that, and it doesn't have to be expensive as well. You can get it at a very cheap rate. You also need your mascara. If you're not getting an artificial lashes or a falsie, or even if you're getting your lashes, even if you are getting artificial lashes, you will definitely need a mascara. So it's very important. Black mascara can go, and as well, it doesn't have to be expensive. Now those are the things you need for your eyebrows as well as your eye area. Now we move on to those items you need for your face. Now you need your mascara, your primer. Now the essence of having a primer is to actually help to grip the makeup you're going to apply on your face. So you actually do need a primer. It doesn't have to be expensive. I know that some primers are actually cheap and affordable, so you can get yourself a primer. You need your foundation. Now the foundation depends on your skin type, your skin shade, and your skin undertone. I'll explain that as we go along this video. So you can get any foundation, and most times good foundations are usually expensive. That's the truth. Then you need your concealers, your concealing corrector. You need a lot of concealers that you apply on your face. You have your concealing corrector, you have your contour concealer, you have your highlighting concealer. I'm going to show you their purposes as we go along this video. You might also need your contour palette if you decide to go for a powder contour look. So it depends on you. I'm going to show you all that as we go along. You need your setting powders. Now setting powders most times tend to be expensive. You have cheap setting powders that will work for you actually, but sometimes they can actually be very expensive. This is the benign luxury powder. It's expensive, so you can go for a cheaper one. So far it does the job for you. You also need your finishing powder. Now the finishing powder could be in a loose format like this black pepper powder, or it could be in a compact format like this. This is what I mean by compact format. You see the powder, it is pressed already. But this is what I mean by a loose format. need your lipstick. If you're not going for a lipstick, you can go for a lip gloss depending on you. So you need your lipstick. You also need your lip liner as well. You also need a bronzer. You don't have to get a whole bronzing palette like I did, but I'm a makeup artist, that's why I have a whole palette. I prefer this, but you can go for those single bronzing palette and it does the job. Then you will need your blush as well. Important. Another important thing you will need is your makeup wipe. Very important. Me, I do use the baby wipe, so you can get your makeup wipe or a baby wipe. Anyone, is very important for you to clean up any areas that you want to clean up. Then you also need your setting spray as well. Now that we're done with that, let's go on to the video proper. Now, in doing your makeup, I would normally advise that you start with doing your eyebrows first, but it depends on you. There are a lot of persons, makeup artists, professional makeup artists, who like to do their face first, you know, the foundation, primer, powder, before they apply their before they do their eyebrows. But those are professional makeup artists. For someone who's a beginner, it's actually difficult for you to try that technique. So our advice for beginners, you actually start with your eyebrows first before you go onto your face. But if you can start with your face and then go onto your eyebrows, do what suits you. For me, I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, so if you want a detailed eyebrow tutorial, please let me know in the comment section below. Welcome back. So now that I'm done with doing my eyebrows off camera, the next thing I'm going to do is to apply my concealer to my eyelids. Next thing I'm going to do is to blend the concealer with my skin tone. I can either use my beauty blender or I can use the tip of my fingers. But in doing either of that, I have to ensure that they are both clean for me to use. Having applied my concealer, I'm going to try to set my concealer. The essence of setting the concealer is to avoid any form of creasing taking place on my eyelids. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a powder to set my concealer. Now it could be a setting powder, it could be any powder of your choice. Now I choose to use my highlighting powder to set my eyelid. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to apply my highlighter to highlight the arc of my eyebrows, and this is the portion I'm talking about. So I'm taking this brown highlighter to just highlight that point so as to make it pop and more defined. Done that, I'm going to go on to apply my lashes. Now remember that this step is highly optional. If you want to go for if you want to apply your artificial lashes, you can go ahead and do that. If you do not want that, you can just apply your mascara on your lashes and you're good to go. But if you choose to apply your artificial lashes, I would advise that first and foremost you apply the mascara to the eyelid before placing the eyelashes on top. Now the essence of doing this is to allow both the falsies, which is the artificial lashes, as well as your natural lashes to have a seamless blend. Now I'm done applying my lash glue on my lashes or falsie. Now I'm taking a tweezer to apply this as close as possible to my lashes. Now you can use a tweezer, but you can also do this step without using a tweezer, so it's optional. This I forget, before I applied these lashes onto my eyelid, I had to ensure that I left it to get tacky. What I mean by tacky is I let it to get a bit dry before applying it to my eyelid, because if I didn't do that, it will end up just sliding off my eyelid. Now, having fixed my lashes, the next thing I'm going to go on to do is to do my face. Now I'm done with my eyebrows as well as my eyelid area, apart from my waterline area, which I'm going to do later on. But then I'm going to go on to do my face. Now the first thing I do is to apply a primer. Now, like I said earlier on, applying a primer is important because it helps to grip the foundation and every other thing you're going to apply on your face to your face. Now, apart from that, you also have primers that is based on different skin types. Now, what I mean by that is, for example, for someone who has an oily face like I do, you need a primer that is going to help to reduce the appearance of oil on your face, which we call a mattifying primer, and it is usually clearly written on the product that this is a mattifying primer. So you try and get a mattifying primer. For someone who has a dry skin, we normally go for a hydrating primer or a primer that gives you a dewy finish, meaning that this primer is not going to suck out the oil from your skin or make your face look less oily. Instead, it's going to make your face look dewy, hydrated. That's just the meaning. So it's important that you go for a primer that suits your skin type, like I've explained. Now, after doing that, I'm going to go on to use a concealing corrector. Now, if you have areas of blemishes or dark spots or acne on your face, then a concealing corrector is very important to help to conceal those areas of blemishes. So what I'm doing is just to apply it on those spots, and this concealing corrector I'm using is the LA Pro concealing corrector. It's actually very affordable. So I just apply it on areas of blemishes on my face. And once I'm done with that, I try to blend it in with my skin. Now, having done that, I am going to go ahead to apply my foundation to my face. Any foundation will do, but there are different types of foundations and it depends on your concealer, you always try to apply a powder already. If you apply a cream foundation, you apply a powder already. The essence is to prevent your face from having that shiny, creamy appearance. So you just have to balance up the look. Next step is to apply your contour cream, contour powder, or both of them. Now it's actually optional. You can apply either this together or just the contour powder. Now in applying just this, you apply the contour powder, contour cream to the areas of the face that you want to be defined. For example, your cheekbones, the sides of your nose, that's the sides of the bridge of your nose, the perimeters of your forehead, that's all around here. You can also apply it down here depending on the kind of face shape you have. But then if you don't want to go with this, if you want to skip the cream contour step, you can just go ahead to apply your contour powder. It's going to give the same look. So what I want to do in this video is to apply my contour powder, and I'm using the Zaron powder, contour powder palette to do this. Try to look for a shade that is 2 shades or a shade darker than your complexion. That is what you go for when you're trying to pick a contour powder. Now, because of the kind of face I have, I don't actually necessarily need to contour the perimeters of my forehead, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do so. So I contour my forehead area. And also I can decide to contour these portions of my face. Very, very optional, depending on the kind of face you have. Now the next step I'm going to do is to reverse contour. Now in reverse contouring, what you're trying to do is the part of your face that you did contour, which is your cheekbone especially, we are going to try as much as you can to apply a powder that is lighter than your contour shade. Now I would advise that you go for a powder that is your exact complexion. Now the essence of doing so is to ensure that it's easier for you to blend the overall powder at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for my finishing powder, which is my black ochre powder. It's a loose powder like I've already shown you at the beginning of this video. And I'm going to highlight just underneath my cheekbones where I already contoured. I contoured here, highlighting here. Now since I'm using my finishing powder, that is a powder that is my complexion, it is going to be easier for me to blend this in with my skin when I want to do so. It's important to know that practice makes perfect. I've been doing this for a very long time, for 8 years plus now, so don't expect that you just wake up and then be able to get your makeup looking like this. It wasn't easy for me at the beginning, but with time and years of practice, and I'm still learning, because one thing about makeup is that things keep on evolving every time. So I'm still learning. I might not necessarily do what suits other people's face or do what I see every other makeup artist do. I do what I feel will suit my face as well as suits my client's face as well. So now once I'm done with doing that, I'm going to apply my overall face powder to my face. Now I'm not going to go for my loose powder as I already did. Now I'm not going to go for my loose powder, that's the one I applied to as a reverse contour powder, but instead I'm going to go for my compact powder. Now you can also go for your loose powder depending on you, but this is what I choose to go for. I want to blend in everything I already applied. I know some people might be wondering, why didn't I contour my nose? I only highlighted the bridge of my nose. I don't always do that, but it depends on you. If you want to go for a very snatched nose look, then you can contour. Now let me just show you what I mean by contouring. You get a powder that is darker than one shade darker than your complexion, and apply it just beside the bridge of your nose. I highlighted this region, so I'm just applying the contour powder, which is a shade lighter than my complexion, to the bridge of my nose. I start from the beginning here of my eyebrows down. I do the same thing to both sides. It's very optional. If you don't want your nose to be looking overly snatched, then you might skip this step. The moment I draw the line, I try to blend it downwards. The reason why I'm going for a shade lighter than my complexion is because I don't want any harsh line to be on my nose. You know, there are people that by the time they come with their makeup on their face, you are seeing a very harsh brown line beside their nose. I do not want that kind of look, so that's why I'm just trying as much as I can to just go for a shade lighter, a shade darker than my complexion on the bridge of my nose, like it's beside the bridge of my nose. Now what I'm going to do is to apply my overall face powder. When I get to this region of my face that I actually did contour and reverse contour, I'm going to brush off, as well as underneath my eyes. I'm going to brush off, that's apply the powder in a brush off motion. For the rest part of my face, I'm going to press in. Do you see? I press in this part of my face, the powder here, but then I brush off on this region. The essence of me brushing off is to prevent me from having that harsh line that has already formed as a result of the contour, highlight, and reverse contour. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to apply my highlight, my bronzer. The next thing I'm going to do is to apply my bronzer to my cheekbones. Now if you want a subtle look, you just apply your bronzer light-handedly. But if you want a more defined look, you can spritz your brush with your setting spray and then pack on the your bronzer and apply it to your cheekbones. So it depends on you. I'm also going to apply it to my forehead. Basically areas of my face where I want the light to hit. That's why I'm going to apply my bronzer. Now next up, I'm going to apply my blush. Now, in applying your blush, you can either go for a cream blush or a powder blush. I showed you a powder blush earlier, but what I try to do is to ensure that I match my lipstick that I'm going for that day or for that look with my blush. Now in a situation whereby I don't have a blush that matches my lipstick, all I have to do is just try this technique. I get my beauty blender, the same beauty blender I used to apply foundation on my face. I clean it with my makeup wipe. You see the importance of the makeup wipe. And then I apply the lipstick on the beauty blender. That way it's going to serve as my blush in a situation where I don't have a blush that matches my lipstick. So you see I have my orange blush already applied without having an actual orange blush. Now I'm going to go over to my lips. I usually will start by applying my lip liner. Very light-handedly to my lips. And the moment I'm done with that, I go over with my lipstick. And apply it to my lips. The next thing I do is to get my setting spray and I've sprayed it all over my face. And the importance of using a setting spray is that it gets rid of the powdery effect of the makeup already, and it makes your makeup look more natural and it will appear if you do not apply a setting spray. Now if you don't have a setting spray, all you need is a spray bottle, get water in it and spray it on your face. You're good to go. I apply my eyeliner to my waterline. Now the final step is to apply my mascara. I always spray it to my face before I apply my mascara. Now the essence is because by the time you apply your mascara and then you go on to apply your setting spray, the mascara is going to smudge on your skin, and if you don't know how to take it out, it's going to spoil the whole makeup. And so with that, I am done with this makeup look. I do hope you were able to learn a thing or two from this whole video. I have been able to show you everything you need to achieve a beginner's friendly makeup look. You don't have to pay a makeup artist to get your makeup done. You can do it at the comfort of your home. And I've also been able to show you some tips and tricks, what you can splurge on, that is makeup products you can splurge on, and the ones you don't necessarily need to splurge on. You know, products like your eyebrow pencils, your lipsticks, they don't have to be expensive for you to come out looking good. But when it comes to items like your concealer, your primer, your foundation, you're most likely going to spend more money on it so that you come out looking good. So I do hope you love this makeup look. I hope you're able to learn a thing or two. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section down below. I also want to appreciate my subscribers, those of you who are subscribed to the channel. I really do appreciate your effort. I see you and I pray that God bless you immensely. For those persons that are yet to subscribe, do not forget to subscribe to the channel, like my videos, share my videos. Also, don't forget to leave recommendations in the comment section below and the kind of content you'd like to see as well. Until next time, God bless you and I love you so much. Bye guys.